another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got.
Snow and Lambeau, Coach, something about that combo that just works, like peanut butter and jelly. And we've got half a foot of the white stuff and still coming down here in Green Bay. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Now Haskins on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Chicago.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Tackle made at the 30.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like...
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Complete to number 10.
Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. Oh, look at the juke. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the
20-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Dawson. And he'll be out right at the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Brings up 2nd and 12. at the 32-yard line.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Play action. Now Jackson. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. Jack 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Patrick Queen able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. He finds an opening past the 40. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Chicago. Touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball. You
got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Floyd in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
To try again after the sack. Jackson into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
At the 28-yard line.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Caught out left side by Robinson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, it's Haskins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
3 more yards. That's another Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That'll go as a loss of 5. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
A gain of 6 brings up
14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Caught left side, Williams. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. 20, 10, and he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown.
The kicker on for the extra point.
And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And no return on this one. It's the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On play action, Haskins. They're going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. Haskins able to shake, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play action sack. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 2nd and 9, Jackson making the catch is Sternberger. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 46 yards.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
25, check 25, check 25, check 3, check 3.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. It's 2nd and goal back to the 8-yard line now. Now they try the right side here. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 3rd and goal, Jackson. This will be caught at about the 6. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. They give it off here to the tight end. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Well, there was no secret there. They were in goal line formation. They wanted to pound it in on 4th and goal, and they did just that.
And how about the challenge? That's a challenge to the offensive line, which they eagerly accept. I haven't met a lineman yet that doesn't want to run the ball more than throw it because they get to fire out and really smack someone. And, boy, they got it done. I'm sure they were encouraging them on the sideline. Let's go. And let's run the ball as well. And they put it in for 6.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This
is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left, and this is caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josiah DeGuara with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And the kick here no good, but a penalty flag is down. Looks like he got run into. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Okay, they went for the fake, go for the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
What was that? Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hole, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
At their own 23-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On second down, here's Haskins. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
They're in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Dawson. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final. Clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll roll him out right. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers add on to their lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened enough throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. They go play action now. Haskins. Pressure gets to Haskins, and down he goes. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Haskins, third and long. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for Riley Ridley.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw on third down, Jackson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Matt Bosher.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and the Bears take over.
1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
33-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Haskins, flush to his right. Open man is Hill. He's got it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Again, it's Haskins. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tyreek Hill. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bears get a bit closer. Extra point try now for Succop. And this one's back to an 8-point game.
Makes the score Packers 29, Bears 21.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
They're on 26-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day. And I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. And he's giving me the evil eye, folks. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 47 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. To throw again is Jackson, eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And Jackson throwing once more to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone to the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. From the gun, Haskins. The catch is made by Riley Ridley. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. From the gun, it's Haskins. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Haskins back to the air. Middle of the field, it's Robinson.
Haskins pass.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing again, here's Haskins. He is going to find Hill here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That third down conversion good for 23.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Bears first down.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos.
I'm going to show you, man.
And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And the kick is no good, but there are flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good.
Packers 39. Bears 21.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And going deep for Hill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Haskins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down, Chicago.
On play action. Haskins. And going deep for Hill. And this one is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for him because it is a team game, right? Let's be honest, though. The defense did him no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film set.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson on the move to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Dawson. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal.
Now a handoff looking right. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Loss sets up third down and goal.
Jackson from the shotgun. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over first and 10.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dean Lowry make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around.
Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown.
For the extra point.
Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Switch up. Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Operating from the gun, Haskins. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bears cut into that lead. Well, yes, that's his 3rd touchdown catch, which is very impressive. But on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second and a couple. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Packers on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Cordero Patterson. And he brings this one all the way back. So definitely good for the individual stats. Maybe not for our storyline, but he's in for the late score. From the gun, Haskins, and he's brought down. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Jackson now off the bootleg. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
At the Packers' 43-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, but it'll be 2nd down.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the two-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
So we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
10 yards to go.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Haskins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 9-yard line.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Packers, the win moves them to 3-9 now on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bears, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.